What up, cut-ups? It is me, and I am here to address this recorded telephone conversation. It was me. I trusted the name of this lady, this girl channel that put this all out there is called the King Squad MNK, okay? So when this recently popped up on a recent video or a couple of recent videos, honestly, I deleted the shit. I didn't remember the girl that was talking. She looked very different from what I remember. So, and I didn't remember her. But last night I asked one of my cut-ups, Down South Beauty, to send me the link. And she sent me 2 links because it was a part 2 or whatever. So I watched them, and yes, I do remember her. I remember her now. And we had talked months ago. Like, all of this happened months ago. So I guess what I really would like to know is, you know, the reason why this girl felt compelled to talk about this now. I've never done anything to her, guys. She was a smaller YouTuber. We exchanged information. I basically was talking about some really candid, private things, and I trusted her. My mistake. My bad. Okay? Can't trust everybody. And hey, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. You know, people have their reasons for doing what they do. And I guess she had a reason for doing what she did. I don't know what it is. Because the only thing I ever did, you know, while we talked was really try to help her. I asked her or offered if she wanted to make a collab video. But you guys, that wasn't for me. You know, my channel is bigger than hers. It was really to try to help her. It wasn't for me. Just kind of like I did my mom or anybody else that I may shout out or whatever. So, you know, it wasn't really for me though. So I guess I don't understand why she did this. But let's get into it. Okay. The sex offender thing. This is true. I was dealing with an individual that was a sex offender. Still is a sex offender. Always will be. Okay. And what I really need to put out there is this. We were together, you know, upon meeting, we were together. We lived together, like, kind of like right away. And I had never been with a person who was ever, you know, in that situation. So the shit was new to me. And I was learning, like, a lot of fucked up, you know, shit comes with this. Like, I actually had to go and talk with his PO to even have our relationship approved. And it was just a lot of shit, y'all, you know. And I decided to deal with that. That was my choice, nobody else's. And the way I feel about it is this. I feel like his crime could never really affect me. Because I know, as well as everybody else, that I don't have kids. So I might have felt a different type of way now, you know, because it never would have been a relationship had I had children or felt like, you know, little ones was being jeopardized. But I never felt that way because I ain't got no kids. So I just went off of how I was treated when I met this person, and it was really nice. I didn't have any reason to keep judging him over what he did. I knew about it. I accepted him. We still dated or whatever. We moved into, I mean, we lived together. I put this in other videos. But it is what it is, y'all. You know, I really don't feel like this is all that big of an issue. But since it's out there, let me get this shit straight. Hold on. So, we lived together, guys. We became really, you know, like close. Like we were a couple. And y'all, it was we were getting into it then. Y'all know my temper is hot. Y'all know I go from 0 to 100 quick. And, you know, I'm not really proud of that, guys. You know, I need to learn to control that shit. But, hey, I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm going to change and I ain't going to never do this shit again, because I just might. Okay, I got to work on that shit. And that's hard for me. But me and this man was together, okay? And we went through some shit. I told y'all about how it became abusive physically, not just mentally, but physically. I talked about that. And you guys, I guess I just felt this way. I was benefiting from this relationship. And it was financial, you know. I've mentioned that before. I've mentioned that in my last video when I was talking about this person. I forgot the name of the video, but it's when I had that scarf and I was in the bed and I was snapping and pissed off. I think it was sorry about the interruption, but I just kind of felt like, you know, this person is not really of my caliber. You know, it was things that, you know, I thought like that, you know, that's some fucked up shit, you know, that he did. But I wouldn't really say anything, you know. I didn't really want to make him feel some type of way because, like I said in that video when I was going crazy, he don't like to talk about, you know, shit that he's done. Just like anybody. You ain't gonna want to talk about it. But then again, I can't say anybody because I'm here to talk about it. Because obviously this lady put the shit out there. So let me get the shit straight, okay? We were together. I had him locked down. Not once, but twice. The second time, by the time he got out, I moved. You know, like, okay, this is some, you know, this relationship really is not going to go that far. It's really just a financial thing. And at that time, I was in a financial bind, guys, honestly. That I was at a low point in my life. And to be honest, he just kind of spoiled me with financially and, you know, material stuff. And I'm being honest. And that's what it was, you know. And really, that's pretty much what it was even now. Because I talked about that in the video. And I even talked about, like, telling people, you know, just because a man might take care of you, it's pros and cons to that shit. Like, ladies, always be independent, you know. So, he was not wearing condoms. Okay, guys? I felt a certain amount of trust. Now, this was before he cheated on me, okay? A little bit before I went and had my surgery. I think I put that shit out there in another video. He fucked around with someone. And from what he told me, the condom broke, okay? But obviously, he didn't come to me right away and tell me that he had fucked around. I don't think I ever would have found out had I not got an STD from him. I physically wasn't feeling good, so I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you got gonorrhea, you know? And it's not like I had to think about who gave me this shit. No, I knew. So I was so upset to hear that, you know, like anybody would be. It's embarrassing. I felt embarrassed. I felt frustrated. I felt like I wanted to kill a bitch. And I was through the roof, guys. But it's something that happened, and I was crying. You know, I remember the nurse being so sweet, and she was like, well, this is a very common disease. It's treated very easily, and you'll be okay. And honestly, guys, yeah, you know, I was treated and I was fine. He was treated too, but guys, the way I feel about it, when a motherfucker give you an STD or something like that, even though it can physically be treated, it can never mentally or emotionally be treated. That still leaves a scar. You can't treat that shit. So I went to him and I was like, you better start talking. Because if you don't, you're going to jail. Because I'm calling your motherfucker PO. You're going to jail. So, and he knew I wasn't fucking around. So basically, eventually, the nigga admitted it, okay? And that's when really the trust was just gone. And for any of you ladies out there that's been with a man that has cheated on you and you took his ass back, y'all know what I mean. It's never the same. You know, even if you still care about this person and, you know, you might trust him to a certain extent, it's never the same. It never can be the same. Never. So after it happened, I obviously was still with this person. Y'all heard him in the car with me a lot of times, arguing and shit like that. But I was just so quick to snap and get in his ass all the time after I found this shit out. Because the way I felt was like, how the fuck can this nigga, a motherfucker in his situation, how the fuck can he even have the gall to go and fuck around on me? First off, this is how I felt like. How, bitch? Look at what position you in. You should be happy that any female accepts you, period. Because people like that, you guys, they have to tell like other people that they're getting involved with about their crime, or else they can get in trouble for that. So I was like, bitch, you had a whole female that accepted what you did. And with the icing on top, I didn't have kids. That was the icing on top. Like, you should have stuck to that and tried to make that shit work. But a man's gonna be a man, and he was. So it is what it is. And, you know, guys, that's all. I've talked to quite a few people, you know, about his situation. And, you know, I'm not going to say that I didn't, just because I don't have kids, I'm not going to say that I never thought about what he did. I'm not going to say that it has not bothered me. But overall, and I had to go with the overall, okay? I was being taken care of. And, you know, that's really all I gave a fuck about. And I'm just being honest. And like I said, I knew his crime couldn't affect me because I ain't got no babies. So it is what it is, guys. And for this, the King Squad M&K, girl, I really don't know what you thought you were gonna, you know, accomplish by saying this. But I truly have put worse shit out there about myself. If you watch my videos, I'm very transparent. I'm not going to go hide in the corner and like my life is over. Sorry, bitch. I ain't doing none of that. Or let me say bitches to all the other ones that found so much pleasure in this. Shit happens. I'm here to say it was me. I admit it. And my life is going to go on. This person is now doing whatever he do, wherever he do it at. And so am I. So it is what it is. And that's all. Okay, I just want to add this in really quick. If this young lady, the King Squad, M&K, did this for views or whatever the reason, because like I said, I never did anything to but try to befriend her. Y'all going over to her channel, okay? Watch the 2 videos, or the video with me talking on the phone that she recorded, the phone call. And y'all can, you know, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, I'll go live and we can talk about that shit. But I just want to give y'all a chance to first go look at the shit and, you know, come to your own conclusions. But if anybody have any questions about that issue, I'll be going live a little bit later today. And y'all can ask me. Like, I'm not hiding. I'm right here at the end of the day. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but my motherfucking life goes on. That's it.